Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anil, and in this Laravel 7 video tutorial we will learn about the localization. So these are the points that we are going to cover in this video. So we will see what is the localization, how we can set up it, the example of it, and we need a view and a router for it. So after this video you are easily able to apply the localization in any Laravel application. So now the first question is that what is the localization? So guys, it will allow you to change the language according to the region or according to the country, right? So let's say your application is running in US, Russia and India, and you just want to set up the Hindi language for India, Russian for Russia and English for US. So localization will help you for that. How we can set up it? So you can ask the uh, language to the directly user, then what language user want the language, or you can just set up it by default also, and we just need some define the strings in language folder, and we just have to apply it. So now let's see that how we can do it. So first of all I am just going to make a view and a router for it. So let's zoom it out a little bit and just collapse all the folder, open the resource folder, go in the views, make a new file with the name of profile.blade.php, and just write here some string like welcome to profile page, and let's make some anchor tag also like hash home, and let's make one more like setting, right? So now I'm just going to localize these three files in the Hindi and the English language. Alright, so after doing this we actually need to define these localization in the resource and language file. So here you will find a folder with em, that means all English strings will be defined here. And let's say if you just want to make the another language like Hindi, Italian, Russian, Korean, then you must have to define the other folder inside it. For Hindi language I'm just going to define hi, right? And I have a profile.blade.php, so I can just make the file name also profile here. Let me just make it completely profile.php, right? And in a Hindi language let's make a same file name profile.php, and after that just write here php tag and just return here an array. So return an array, inside the array let's make some keys like welcome, and here you can just write here welcome to profile page, and after that let's define the home, and it will just like home. Alright, and after that let's make about sorry, it's setting, because we have to define the setting localization, and let's make it complete. Even you can put any name whatever you just want of the key, but the value should be the same, right? So let's copy it and put it inside the profile inside the English language folder like this, right? So now you got it. So where we have to configure it now, the third point is that for that you just have to go inside the config folder, and you have to go inside the app folder, and here you will find that locale is English. That means the by default locale will be the English from the resource folder, this folder one, right? And if I just make it Hindi, then by default language be Hindi from here. Perfect. So now let's just define here Hindi language also, but before that let's just get these string to our profile.blade.php. that how we can get it? For that just you have to use the double curly braces and just use the double underscore, and as in function parameter just pass here the file name and the key name profile.blade profile.welcome. Perfect. So let's see is it working or not. So yeah, one more thing, I must have to make a route for this file. So just open the web.php and just make a route, and it will be a view route. Route name is profile, as the file name is also same. Perfect. So now let's open the profile, and I hope it should be working fine. Yes, this is working fine, and this is also working fine. So how we get to know that this is working from this is coming from the English folder string? For that, let's make some changes. Like I am just going to put here 3 dots, and let's try to refresh it. Now you can see that this file is coming from the localization. Perfect. So now in the blade dot profile.blade.php, let's apply the string on home as well as on the setting also. Just put here setting and home, right? So now still this is working fine. That means this is coming from the localization. Now this is for the English folder, but I have a Hindi folder also. So let's change these language to the Hindi, right? So let's just make Google Translator here, like English to Hindi, and let's make it paste. So this is the Hindi language of the welcome to profile. So let's paste it. Now just write here home, and that means God. So let's paste it like this. Now setting, Stapan. You can ask to anybody that what we call setting in Hindi, right? So that's fine. So you are able to see these are still in English. So now let's change the language to go inside the app.php, and let's make locale to the Hindi. Alright, whenever you just make it, then you will find that this is automatically changed in the Hindi language. That's perfect. But how we can get these inputs from the user? So let's say I just want to provide here English, EN or Hindi from the user, that how we can get it. For that, let's go back to the let's just close it, go to the web.php folder, and let's just change the route structure and put here profile in the router as well as in the view. Perfect. And now let's add one more parameter to the route, which is lang or local, whatever you just want to put, right? And let's take a variable lang, and now just use the app scope resolution method set locale, and here you can just pass your $lang. Alright, so now let's try to put here Hindi, and you can see that okay, so we got an error here. Let me check what's going on. Yeah, actually I must have to put here semicolon. I usually forget that. Right, so if I'm just going to put here en, then okay, still an issue. Okay, so this is not an issue actually, but this is sometimes it's not refreshing my page. So if I just put here Hindi, then it's working in the Hindi. If I just put here English, then it's working in the English. So this is the we are getting the input from the user, right? So let's say if user put here Korean, then what we language have to define here? For that, just have to go in the app.php file and just define here fallback locale. Fallback locale means that if the user or the application did not find the input or given locale, right? So now I just put here Hindi. So whenever someone put here Japanese or Korean, then it will by default show Hindi. But if you just put here English and this is present in your locale, then it will define the given input. So thanks for watching this video. If you still have any kind of confusion, you can ask me in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and like this video. Bye bye, take care.